Hello my friend and welcome back. My name is Hana and I just washed my hair, so that's why it's in my little hair towel thing. But if you're curious about what I'm wearing on my face, what I mentioned in today's video, what I'm doing in other pockets of the internet, I always have links in the description box down below. Today we are talking about the new Pat McGrath face palette for holiday. And it's Naruto's birthday. I don't know. If you're new to my channel, I love Naruto. It's like one of my favorite animes of all time. I have that boy everywhere. Team 7, just love them in pieces. They're celebrating, or today is Naruto's like character birthday, but the series itself is celebrating its 20th anniversary. I'll probably have another separate video on the road to Naruto because I got a lot of thoughts and opinions about that. But today's video is about makeup. And look, I haven't been posting the content I've been filming, but I've been filming content since the last time I posted. I just haven't had the time to really sit down and edit and post the content. My partner has actually been participating in a lot of drifting events, and it was really important to them and to me for me to be there. And those days they're long, they wipe me out, and you know, I work a normal 9 to 5 during the week, so you know, I have to protect my mental health, and you know, just it's hard for me to sit here and feel creative and making content, especially because a lot of my content is makeup based and I'm trying to stay away from buying and first impressions and things like that, and I am on a low buy. But to get into it, I have been filming my declutter series, and I should be posting that. I don't know if I'm going to post that like in December. I only have like 2 categories done, but you know, those are long videos, and I don't even have a huge influencer collection by any means. But you know, I have a lot of blushes. I got a lot of eyeshadow palettes, so if you are interested in declutter videos, I do have them coming up soon. I don't know how soon I'm gonna post them. Again, I don't know. I could be leaning more towards November or more towards December. We'll see how I feel. But that being said, I was talking to one of my viewers, and I was gonna originally purchase the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk face palette because I love my Charlotte Tilbury Nudegasm face palette. This was a face palette they released for holiday. This year they released a pink and an orange leaning one. It's not so much for warm or cool tones. They say like the pink one is for like fair to medium, and then the other one, the orangey one, is for medium to light. Those shades just, I don't think that the actual shade of those tones are specifically leaning to like a skin tone. I just think it's like more of a color preference. I like more orange leaning blushes over pink leaning blushes, and my viewer, they suggested, well, you already have the one Charlotte Tilbury palette, and you know, I would like to see what your thoughts and opinions are on the Pat McGrath palette. I don't have a lot of Pat McGrath in my collection. She is of a higher price range, especially when it comes to makeup. I don't know, I don't mind spending a high dollar on makeup, but it has to be something that I know is just like so totally suited specifically for me and what I want. And it's hard for me to buy high-end makeup, especially when it's like super trendy, because a lot of the time I'm just like, oh, people love this and they hype it up because it's trendy. Like, that's what it is. So I liked the Bridgerton eyeshadow palette I got from Pat McGrath. I don't like how they did the business around that collection. And I don't know, a lot of people don't really particularly like that palette. I really enjoy that palette. So when I saw that they had the new Nude Venus palette, I really wanted to try it because this one is more orange leaning. This is my first time opening it up. But as you can see, like, these are like the kind of blushes that I reach for in my collection on the day-to-day. And it does come with a giant highlighter, but it is more of like a pinky leaning highlighter. Again, I'm filming a declutter series, and I know that I have these blush tones a few times over, but they're from brands or they're formulas that I'm getting rid of. So for me, I feel like I'm justified in purchasing this item because I love these shades and I was going to replace them anyway. So I think what I'm going to do I'm gonna do one blush on each side. There's 4 blushes, but let's zoom in so you can get a close-up on my face and let's play with some blushes. Kind of sickly, I need to put color on my face. Okay, so I don't know what shade I want to go in with first. Do they even have the names of the blushes? Is it on the back of this box? There's Desert Orchid, Divine Rose 3, Paradise Venus, and Sunset Nectar. So from my understanding when like looking at Sephora and looking at the Pat McGrath blushes, I believe a lot of these shades are not like new to this palette. It makes sense for someone like me to purchase this because I don't have the Pat McGrath blushes in my collection. Like I don't have any. But I think a lot of these shades, especially the Divine Rose 3, that just tells me that like, I don't know, her and Divine Rose is like NARS with like orgasm. Like that name, they just use it on all of their products and they just call it a day. So I think I'm going to go in with what I'm assuming is the Desert Orchid, which is like the top left. And I'm just going to pop that right on my cheek. I'm going to take it up here and blend it in. I like my blushes to be on the high points of my face. I don't know. I think I have like what's called a heart-shaped face. Or at least that's what I've been told my whole life. I don't know if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments down below. But I don't know. I mean, I can get away with putting color on the apples of my cheek, you know, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like that makes me look really young, and I really just want to see what these shades look like, so I just want to blend a lot of blush on my face. This is definitely a very cute, like a nudie kind of blush. This is definitely the kind of tone I like. And I like this formula because, I don't know, I'm working it in. And as I'm doing that, I'm just liking it more and more. I don't have any highlighter on, and I don't have any like shimmery base. I actually went in with like my Sephora Best Skin foundation, so it's not even a skin tint. But I like the dewiness that I'm catching in the light. It's very pretty. I think that this is supposed to be like a satin kind of matte kind of thing. It looks a lot softer in person than it's looking like on camera. It does look kind of harsh on camera, but I do like that you can catch that light that I'm talking about. It's really pretty. You could definitely do like a clean look, a no makeup, but also make it very glam. How cute. Okay, I'm going to also take another blush brush, and I think I'm going to take, I don't know which one this is called. Is this Paradise Venus or is this Divine Rose? Does it say on the back? 2. Okay, so shade 2 would be the Nude Venus. That's going to be the top right, and below it is the Divine Rose 3. I'll go with Nude Venus because that's the name of the palette. Why not? This one does have a bit more kick up when pressing my brush in. But let's see. We'll take it up top. This one is a bit more pink leaning, but it's not bright pink. So where this one is a bit more orangey brown, this one is definitely more pink catching. It doesn't have that same light effect as the other one, as the Desert Orchid, but it is a very soft, pretty blush. This is about as pink as I feel comfortable going. I don't think it's catching too harsh on camera. This definitely looks a lot harsher on camera than this does, but this looks really pretty. I don't think I have to, you don't have to press too hard into the pan. Pat McGrath, I believe she is like a woman of color, and a lot of her products cater to women of color. I am light to medium, so I'm very fair skinned. Her product, I don't have to go in too heavy handed, but I would love to see these tones on deeper shades. So if there is a content creator that you enjoy that has a deeper shade that's maybe talked about this product, leave it in the comments for me down below. I would love to check out that video, or just send it to, like, DM it to me on Instagram. I would love to watch it. I don't know, I always just Google, or excuse me, I search on YouTube the name of the product and then just kind of go through the videos and see what I can catch. But I don't know, I feel like really small creators like myself, we never get found in the search bar until like way after the fact. So it's really hard for me to kind of find someone that's in the same, I don't know, graduating class of content creating as myself. So if you know anyone, I would love to check them out. I really like this. I'm gonna pop a little bit of that Divine Rose 3 just right in the center, just to see what happens. I like to go with like a lighter shade and then bring like a deeper shade right in the center. I don't know, that's just like a makeup hack trick technique that I've been loving a lot. You could do it with the Super Shocks and like a matte blush. You do the Super Shock and then you pat a little bit of the matte blush in the center. It looks really pretty. I don't know, should I pat a little bit of, what is the shade? 4 Paradise Venus. Should I pat a little bit of that in the center? Why not? It is kind of deep. Oh gosh. That is a very deep blush. Oh. But it is very pretty. I love these kind of tones. Let me put on the highlight and then let's see if I can give you some final thoughts and opinions. And then I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do my hair for this video, but I do have to blow dry my hair. That's a really intense highlight. I have a little bit, I could have applied too much. You don't have to tap the lightest press into the pan. This highlighter is gonna last me forever. That's kind of like a freakishly big highlight. I do have a little bit of gray cast though, but it could be because I went in with a little bit too much. So let's just, wow. Wow, oh wow, okay. Wow, this is a really intense highlight. If you want more of like that soft glow, really go in with like the lightest hand possible. I guess as I'm blending it out, that cast is disappearing. Oh wow. I mean, just can you see how pretty that is on my face? I'm a little bit speechless. Again, just pat lightly. I'll just take a little bit down the center. Oh my gosh. I haven't been this impressed with the highlight since the Kaleidos highlights. I'm just, wow, am I just gonna take it all over my face? Why not? Just highlight to the heavens, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of my blush and just kind of blend it in. I've also really been enjoying putting my blush over my highlight and just blending it out. My battery's dying. I gotta change my battery. I gotta zoom out. I got a lot of thoughts and opinions. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I'm back and let me give you some of my thoughts and opinions. I really do love this palette, and I don't know why I'm like shocked and surprised. I like something that I spend my money on. I'm not really the kind of person that spends money on things that I don't like. Very rarely will I take the risk and purchase something that I wouldn't be interested in. Like, I have items that I'll be interested in and then I'm on the fence, you know, but usually I'll watch other content creators or talk to other people about their thoughts and opinions, and then judge accordingly. And because one of my viewers recommended this to me, and she has a lot of the same similar interests in things, in brands and makeup across the board, I could trust her thoughts and opinions and suggestions on a product. So I'm actually really, really pleased with how much I do enjoy this palette. This was a Rogue, it was a Rouge, gosh, it was a Rouge, like, Rouge members could purchase this palette early, and that's how I was able to get access to it. I don't know if I said that at the beginning of this video. I don't know if it's live now. This was the only palette that was on the website. I know that she has a pink one because it has like the pink and purple packaging on it, and I can see it like when I look at Trend Mood and things like that. I haven't tried the Pat McGrath website. After the Bridgerton thing, like I'm just gonna wait for it to come to Sephora to purchase her items. But it might be there. I don't know. I'll leave links down below. But let's talk about it. So Pat McGrath is obviously a woman of color, and her brand is for women of color. Not that they're not for me, not that these products can't work for me, and that she doesn't make like foundations and concealer tones and things like that for my skin type, because she does. But her other products, like her eyeshadows and her blushes and her highlights and things like that, cater to women of deeper skin tones, and I love that. I feel like it's very easy for me to find a brand that has something that works for me, like Charlotte Tilbury, because that's unfortunately how these brands in the makeup community, I don't know, like that's just how the world operates, unfortunately, and it's really gross and it's really disgusting. So I like that there is a high-end brand for women of color, because like not that there's anything wrong with drugstore, you know, like that's not what I'm trying to say. It's just, I don't know, having luxury makeup products shouldn't be something that like those of fairer, lighter skin tones can be able to like participate and enjoy. Do I think you need to spend $60 on a blush palette? Absolutely not. No. But if you're like me and you enjoy blush palettes, face palettes, and you know you're decluttering these shades, I think it's a really good investment. I'm really happy with it. I'm really loving how this shade is like catching the light. It's really pretty. The shade is a little bit deeper than what I normally go for. Learning curve with the brand, obviously. I didn't even like, I just barely tapped the brush into the palette, and you know, I got a lot of pigment. It's really, really pretty. I'm just, it's so pretty. And again, this is a little bit deeper. Can I blend it out? Can I just adjust, you know, how I apply this blush? Absolutely. But I'm very excited to have it. These are the kind of tones that I do love to have in my collection. If you've been a long-time viewer, I reviewed those ColourPop like the blush palettes. These shades are what I wanted one of those palettes to be exactly. But it didn't, I believe it came with 3 blushes or 2 blushes, like a contouring bronzer kind of shade and a highlight. But I mean, if I'm being honest, the deeper kind of blush tone, I can kind of use that to kind of contour my cheeks in a way. I do think that it's a gorgeous palette. If I were internet rich, I would buy the pink palette as well. It would probably change my thoughts and opinions on pink palettes, and it would probably make me declutter. Like, having this palette and the pink one would probably make me declutter all of the blushes in my collection, and that's including my Kaleidos palettes. I really do enjoy this. I like that it comes with a variety of like super matte, like kind of like a dewy, highlighty kind of formula. This highlight is really pretty. What I do like about this highlight, I can tell you right now, is that if you lay the highlight first and put some of those more matte shades over it, you can kind of make it look like that first shade. Like it could give you that same effect of that first shade I used. What was it? The Desert Orchid? Is that what it's called? Yes, Desert Orchid. It's really pretty. I'm not so much interested in the eyeshadow palette. I really don't need another eyeshadow palette, and I have another video where I'm going to be talking about eyeshadow palettes in the future, because I do like to kind of predict trends that are coming up in the following year. I need to blow dry my hair, but I'm just, even if it's 2 different tones right now, like this is so pretty. I really do enjoy it. So I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you also maybe sometimes call rouge rogue? Is it supposed to be rogue and we are saying rouge, like how some people say like Target and it's actually Target? Did I just discover something? What are your thoughts and opinions on this palette? Are you gonna purchase it? Are you more of like a pink, orangey? Like where do you fall on the color wheel, basically? Like, I don't know. I feel like the people that watch me may have the same kind of skin tone as myself. I tend to watch a lot of content creators that have the same skin tone as myself. So when they're talking about products, I know how it'll kind of work on myself. But you might also be someone like myself that also just likes to watch people play with makeup. So it doesn't really matter when it comes to like a particular item. I don't know. I'm excited to be back. Happy birthday, Naruto. Well, I guess when you're watching this, happy belated birthday, Naruto. I just found out Hunter x Hunter is coming back on October 28th with a new chapter. So if you like Hunter x Hunter, check out your Shonen Jump because they're going to dual release like in Japan and in the States. But that's all I have for you. I feel like I could sit here and talk with you guys forever, but I gotta edit this video. I gotta get it up. I gotta eat dinner. I gotta blow dry my hair. I'm a woman with a lot of things to do. So if you liked hanging out with me today and you don't want to miss out and you want to hear my thoughts and opinions on the road to Naruto or other makeup items that are in my collection, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and I will love to hang out with you guys in the next video. Bye.